Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. Last week we saw a rarity. He was over 200 yards on the ground, and they lost. So we'll see if they can get more carries like that and win this week.
And that was interesting watching the game tape, because it was hard to register. But we watched him pile up that yardage and create those nice runs, that they didn't win the football game. But that doesn't mean changing what you do. Continue to feed him the football.
Well, this defense for the Rams, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
No, we changed it.
Now it's Jackson. He'll try to pick it up himself. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Oh, Lamar Jackson just so electric, Charles, when he gets into open space, and we saw Exhibit A right there.
You know something? I'm standing up here in the booth next to you watching the play. He buckled my ankles on that one as well. It doesn't matter when you're actually on the field trying to chase it, or you're just watching him play. This guy is sheer excitement.
The Ravens at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. Now, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
Jackson going to keep it. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on second down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for it first, but he does get the last laugh by fading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
They brought in a heavy set on third down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation, and sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a first down.
Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. That's already the third time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught one of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
2nd and 10. Jackson now off the bootleg. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
Jackson will throw again. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. And the Rams are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. First run now for Kyron Williams. And he's going to get this from the 6 out to the 12. A pickup of 6 as they double their workspace.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this second down call after that type of a game.
The left side throw complete to Adams. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That goes for a gain of 31.
It's early, but announcer cliche alert here. Big players make big plays. Should I say in big games too? Oh, what the heck. And this defense, they're going to have to find some way to slow him down. As this game goes on, because when this combination is going good, they can tear your secondary apart.
And he'll be touched down at the end, but a big play on that one. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
And he'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be second down. Yeah, look at this Baltimore defense. This unit, they're hoping to improve against the pass because right now, Charles, number 27 in the NFL.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get on a roll early. Chip away their time. An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Kyle Van Noy. And the Ravens are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed them up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their second possession.
Yeah, and one great way to judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, you know, it goes against their offense and have to run on the field and try and put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help them out.
They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up fourth down. Out now is the punter, Jordan Stout. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Here we go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Rams are going offense here with a 1st and 10. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves, maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and a yard. To throw is Stanford. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Now Stafford. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Here we go on 4th. Stafford. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Ravens getting the football back and in great shape. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On the counter, it's Henry. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line.
That's good for a Baltimore.
Now Lamar changing the play.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Jackson now. Henry's got it down on the left side. Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll make it second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet.
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Byron Young coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. And his kick is good. And the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far. Finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive that backfired, CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they want to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on 4th down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off the points for themselves.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 34. Here's Stafford. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Ravens are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. They're going to look to throw. Jackson going to keep it. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A handoff from Mitchell running left. And a lane slow materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Still going inside the 20. And all the way in for the Ravens. Touchdown. Lamar Jackson. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Well, we've certainly seen this before, CD. No one can quite electrify a crowd like Lamar Jackson, and really don't know what else to say other than that was special right there.
I think you pretty much said it all, but I go back to what you said about electrifying a crowd. He's also electrifying us, and we're calling the game. This guy's simply sensational.
And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out.
47-yard line.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Throwing is Stafford. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. Here's 2nd and 10. Now we give up the middle to Williams. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 45 yards rushing for him now. He's carried the ball just 5 times.
A gain of 16 yards. Ready. First down, Rams.
Stafford now to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
A gain of 15. And the Rams.
Stafford throwing quickly, complete out wide. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Colby Parkinson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Rams are back within a score.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to the wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is down to 2. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. Breaks through the contact. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some... And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for the Ravens touchdown. His 5th rushing touchdown on the year, number 7 overall. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Stafford. They got his man complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one good for 37 yards. With that catch, he's now 18 away from 1,000, so he's at 982. And that's how many Randy Moss had, 2018 Hall of Famer.
And similar to the recent Hall of Famer, we argue about which catches were the most memorable because so many of them were 982 and counting.
In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. Nice job there on the tackle, keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. And this offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
And that is incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes it's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 86 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that would look like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Here's Jackson to throw. Got his target. That's Kohler. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 2 yards to go, 2nd down. Draw play. This is Henry. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Jackson. Now he'll tuck this and run. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 36 yards on the play.
And what great recognition between a receiver and his quarterback, because he's going to recognize the trouble, and then he has 2 options. Come off the route and come back to help, or head straight down the field, and he chooses the latter, and it turns into a huge play.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So 2nd and goal, and the big man Henry alone in the backfield. To throw is Jackson. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry from 4 yards out. As his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, first and 10.
Well, they have that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
Now a second and 10. Now it's Stafford. They'll find Williams on the sling. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll be a first down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18. Now Stafford's going to move him around. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
He'll let this go for Adams. And he backs it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit him over the top, unsuccessfully.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A nice pickup of 23 on the third down conversion.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Check. 180. 32. Omaha, double right.
Here's Stafford. This one swung out to Williams. So the completion good for just 3. And it's second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
The job of any linebacker involves having enough strength to fight off a blocker and get to ball carriers. But in this case, I think we can safely say he beat him right off the snap to get into the backfield and make that play.
Now Stafford. Stafford for the third time is intercepted. And the Ravens are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I just make him go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Now that last run good enough to have him surpass for his career. Get this, folks, 12,000 rushing yards.
And how about this? You're in shouting distance now of the top 10 all-time rushers in NFL history. And in short order now, you got Thurman Thomas, Franco Harris, Marcus Allen, and Edgerrin James right ahead of you. He can zoom past them with just a few more carries.
Now Jackson. Right side and caught by Kohler. And he'll be touched down at the end, but a big play on that one.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Now it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Jackson going to keep it. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Rams set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Ready.
Stafford. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Back to throw. Stafford. That is caught. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Stafford. Launch a screen pass. That's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Puka Nacua, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Rams are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point right down the middle. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, than sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
No, we changed it.
Throwing is Jackson. Now he's going to step up and run. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go.
180. 180. Shot. 180. 180 shot. Go.
Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
Shot. 180. 180 shot. Middle.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big-time throw on 4th.
Now, that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there and making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's 4th down and you got to convert it.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it.
Calling a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
He finds his man complete. That's Reed. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Jaden Reed, 42 yards. And the Ravens are able to stretch out their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 19-point game. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
250.
Here's Stafford. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A 1st down and then some. Give him 29 yards.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Easy. 280.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Off the edge and right to the ball that time was Kyle Van Noy. So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. To throw is Stafford. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
260.
Throwing is Stafford. And this is caught by Williams. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 12-yard line. Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Stafford now to throw. Finding Williams once more, complete. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
It's second and inches at the Ravens' 2-yard line.
Set.
Stafford going to give this one to Corum. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a 1st and goal.
So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Williams. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. As confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback. And they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnover. And, oh, my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Oh, he's got some breathing room. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. Running left, it's Henry. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Tyler Luke now to try the field goal.
A 47-yard attempt.
And this one is right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but
They'll take the 3, and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And the Rams first down.
Now Stafford.
Going to be taken in here by Nakua.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
15 more yards there, and quickly another first down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And they will only muster a yard here at the 38.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
That one into the hands of Adams downfield.
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Davante Adams, 37 yards.
And the Rams get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead down now to 22. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Called it the 26.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the fourth quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
Now he's loose again.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
And, Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got him on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive. And that's caught by his tight end, Dalton Keene.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4.
Jackson. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Hey, hey. 180.
And Jackson throwing once more. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
And they'll get this down to the 10. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well, and continue to throw these safe passes, who can blame him?
A gain of 9 there. Sets up second and goal.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling him back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra to 2.
And in for the Ravens touchdown. Charlie Kohler taking it in. And the Ravens look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here this fourth quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
That's into the hands of Tutu Atwell. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
At the 49-yard line.
Zebra! Set!
Here's Stafford. Short throw, it's Higbee. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Rams, first down. Ready. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
They'll try to jet sweep. Stafford pops it forward. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the...
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Rams are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to 22. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It's been a dominant performance to this point, Charles, and this is probably exactly how they scripted this and envisioned it. They got a 3-score lead, fourth quarter, and a chance if they want to continue to pour it on here.
It is their call, isn't it? I mean, the way that they have taken on this game and the way that they have carried this game and have dominated this game, you're exactly right. Do what you want down the stretch. We are in the era of, hey, if you don't want us to do this to you, then you need to stop us. Their call to finish this one off.
Jackson going to keep it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
First down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Jackson going to keep it. He's got it at the 15. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's first and 10. To throw is Jackson. Now he'll tuck this and run. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Partner, even I can figure out who deserves the lion's share of credit for their lead right now because he has been terrific in the dual threat role. Really chewing up yardage.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Derrick Henry hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the fourth. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now.
Rams 28. Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now Stafford. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now it's Stafford.
Pass complete there to McCool.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 44-yard line. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Stafford looks to throw again.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops and escape this drive.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
When you run into slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there is no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. One last throw here for Stafford. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 21.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Baltimore, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for L.A., they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA.